Once upon a time, not too long ago.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another wonderful edition of the Mack Brothers Podcast. John, how are you doing on this lovely, lovely day?
Uh, I'm doing all right. I'm a little hobbled.
John, I heard that, well, why don't you just tell the people, John? Why are you hobbled?
I gave myself a boo-boo after the Alex Cameron concert on Monday night, and I sprained my ankle. It's not broken, but I've been basically working from home and unable to um function as a pure two-footed human.
So are you like a 1.5-footed human? Are you like one of those aliens that Mexico just showed off? It's like clearly fake.
Yeah, wait a minute. That would
Did you,
that's from
did you see that?
that's from their government.
Dude, there's no way that those aliens were real. It was like the fucking ET like thing. That's like the real ET costume that they made for like the movie.
Yeah. No, there's no way in the whole world
Oh,
that's real.
whew.
But yeah, I'm basically a Mexican alien. That actually that doesn't sound right. I'm I'm basically the aliens that the Mexicans showed off. The Mexican government
I
showed
know what you meant. I know what you meant.
off. But yeah, it sucks. And I'm not in pain. It don't hurt unless I'm um putting a lot of pressure on it. Like I can't
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
just gotta stay off of it for a couple days.
you look a lot worse than the last time I saw you.
Yeah, well, I'm
No, I'm
also
just messing.
pretty sleep deprived.
I'm
Uh,
just messing. It was a joke, silly. We joke
I
around on the podcast sometimes, don't you know?
I I did meet we did go down to Atlantic City, even though my foot was that destroyed, and I got to meet Frank Sinatra's suit
His
at the Hard
suit?
Rock in Atlantic City. Yeah, they have a bunch of suits. As soon as you walk in, it's like a bunch of different stuff that people wore that, like I guess, played shows in there.
That's
And they
kind
got,
of unique.
I mean, it's like from Gaga and Kiss to um, like it has a bunch of different like a has the flea bass. It
Oh,
has
that's cool.
yeah. I'm thinking about it.
Oh.
I don't know if they might have just donated the stuff to the casino or the casino paid for it because I don't think like bands like Metallica and Red Hot Chili Peppers are playing in the Hard Rock Cafe or the
I
Hard
mean,
Rock
they
Casino.
might, maybe they just, all of those people just really like the Hard Rock Cafe and they just willingly donated their stuff. I mean, I think that makes more sense than whatever you're thinking.
You know, where did the term rock and roll come from?
That's a good question. Maybe, see, I could see no, I don't know. I have no idea. Let's ask the Google machine.
Spam risk.
Where did the term rock and roll come from? Let's see what Cyrilla says. It is believed that the American disc jockey Alan Freed was the one who, for his radio program. Guy came up with it for his radio program, but it's not giving me the origin. Here's the history. Yo, Bing is fucking annoying, dude. I don't know why I got put to the Bing translator. What does that
You
got
got
to do with anything?
you go on Bing, is that how
Look at
you get
this. Look at
information?
this. Look at this. All right, I'm trying to learn us, right? I'm trying to learn something for us. So you go here, it doesn't want to load, but there's a little table of contents, and you click on history, and the fucking Bing translator comes up.
Hmm.
Like, what the
Bing.
fuck's that got to do with anything? Yo, you look,
Bada
you,
bing.
all right, so let me set the scene. It's me, it's you, well, in Liverpool. You're walking around, you see your guy on the pitch, he's ready to kick a ball, right? Right. So that's you standing there looking like a proper geezer. Then that guy gets his foot off a penalty shot, and then we go out for a quick paint. How's that sound?
I think that sounds like a lovely time.
That's what you look like right now. You look like a soccer, like a football geezer.
I'm actually this hoodie.
That is such a cool hoodie.
Yeah, Drank Taylor bought that for me for my
Oh my
birthday.
lord. You
Yeah.
know,
Big shout out to Drank.
you know, I think that I had an idea that I guess maybe I could. I don't know if it's an idea that I don't know if you want me to share on the podcast, but it's a fun
Um,
idea that I want us to do. I don't know when it would have time to come out because we have other priorities for the next few years for what we want to release. But I was thinking about a way to re-release all of our old music as the
mm,
Mack Brothers. And I thought we should separate all the songs, all the leftover 1940 songs that we don't want to be Mack Brothers songs, and we should just do one giant album called the 1940s with the original album cover and just put them all out and like all have them all redone and re-recorded.
I would like to do that.
Why did Frontier? What the fuck?
But I think we got to we have there's one album that has to come out next, which is Southern Skies. Oh, whoa.
Oh well, that's a long, but that's the not Southern, not you know whatever you're saying, whatever you're talking about. Um,
But
what I'm
then
saying is a long time from now. I don't know
there's,
when. I don't know when that other one comes out.
there's another one that I want out next, which I've been dying to have people hear.
Oh, that's what I said. We have like, there's probably, I don't know. There's a lot of different things that need to happen before that happens, but
Hmm.
just a fun thought.
Yeah, I don't think we even advertise it. I think we just do it privately and then just kind of throw it out.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great idea. You know what annoys me? You know what grinds my gears?
What?
What really grinds my gears is when you have a recurring transaction that happens and you forget about it. And it just happened with Frontier Airlines for me. My deal den, I had joined the Frontier Airlines deal den, and they just fucking charged me recurring fee to stay a member of the deal den. But I'm not using Frontier anymore. I'm not flying like I used to.
Yeah.
So you know, I'm not very jazzed about this right now.
So it seems like you're not on the frontier,
I'm not. I'm on the fucking shit tier right now.
the last tier.
Yeah. I'm very not jazzed about this.
So, we have we have a special friend named Zach Beggins, Matthew.
We
Or Zach,
do.
Zach Bagels. I mean,
Yeah.
uh, I just found his. I don't know if it's his proteges, but they have like 14 million subscribers on YouTube. They're
Oh
like
no.
huge. They're called Kobe and Sam, and
Oh no.
they're two like I guess they started as teenagers. Now they're like probably your age, and they're in like real high level like haunted hill, like the Real House.
Oh
Like they
god.
do all these because they have so many followers. They get into these places, and then they do legit ghost hunts, and it's actually it's actually pretty good. They were on Rogan too because Rogan's daughter loves them. But
Yeah.
I've been watching them since I've been um not able to move around. I've been watching them, And there's some like fun. It's funner than Ghost Adventures because it seems more like there's not like, it doesn't cut the black and white and then there's like a lady going "Blah, blah, blah," or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's really it's high quality for you just a YouTube show.
But see, here's my thing about it. Are they pulling the same stunts that our friend Zach Bagans pulls on the Travel Channel?
Well, I will say this: they're not. They're. I think they're more down to earth than Zach Bagans.
But
And like I
he
think
has so much experience too. I
they
mean,
they do more practical things. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But that leads to like things being a little bit more interesting. They go more into like the historic reason why things are said to be haunted,
Do
which
any
is
of them talk
interesting.
like this?
Yes, both of them talk like that.
Oh God,
Um,
what is with that accent? This is like, don't you miss like the Pacific? What was it like just the Pacific accent? It wasn't found in any country. It was like, I'll see the member of the crew has a such and such. It was like a
yeah,
British and a New York accent combined.
like Frasier.
Now everyone talks like this. And it's only gotten worse. It's to keep retention for the video.
I will say that they're not as thorough as our friend Zach Bagels,
Well, I mean,
but
he's top. I mean, you don't get.
um,
He may as well be a ghost himself.
but I like the way they conduct their business. They have different. They have like all independent. I guess all ghost hunters are independent, besides like Zach Bagans, but they get all these
But
independent.
are they really?
They get all these independent like ghost people to like explain to them like things that are happening, like why things are happening, and then they'll get like a caretaker of the property to talk to them for like a half hour and walk them through places, and then
Could
they
you
investigate.
could you imagine your whole life, your whole every day, so many hours just sunk into ghosts? It's just all you think about, all you talk about, it's all you write about. Like you're obsessed with ghosts. It's your career. Like who can make a career out of ghosts?
I know a certain somebody who's made a career out
Well,
of
I know, but me and Zach have the same conversation, and he always told me the ghost life chose him, not the other way around.
yeah.
Which is I'm sure how they all feel. I just don't know.
I
It's
need some
just
spinach and
be interesting.
carrots.
That's what are you, a rabbit? I like the candle that you have lit in the background.
That's a soy lavender candle that was
You ever get
made.
real mad and throw a burning candle against the wall as hard as you can?
No,
That sounds like a good smell too. Soy lavender.
it's pretty nice, and I think the soy candles are the ones that like don't harm your body when you breathe it in.
Dude, I don't know. I don't think about candles that much either.
I don't either, but if you're gonna light something in your house, you should probably know if it's gonna hurt you.
That's where the phrase "it's lit" came from, because they would
Candle.
light candles. This was back when there was, you know, monks and like monasteries and shit, like druids and all, and they would just, they'd scuttlebutt around and they try to get things done, and they would it's lit. That's where the phrase came from. Comes from the Dark Ages.
That's good to know. You know,
Just because, like,
um,
if you're hanging out with your friends and there was just a source of light that was enough to um excite the whole group.
oh, you know what? I want to talk about Alex Cameron's concert.
Yeah, how was it?
So it was very good. He's obviously one of the best showmen in the business right now. Roy was hanging by the merch table. I didn't bother him this time. He seemed like he had a kind of a mean posse with him in a good way. But we met him a bunch of times. I didn't have to go meet him again. They didn't have any new merch. really.
Yeah.
And like it didn't. I don't think they had any shirts that would have fit me at the moment. They all like smalls and whatever. So I didn't go talk to them, but I could have. It was a lot of fun, but I want to go over the set list because I feel like I could have made him a better set list. And he did the same set list in every. First off, we also gotta say Kung Fu Necktie. We played a gig there with Bees before.
Oh
And
yeah.
uh it was
I love that venue.
it was so surreal that a place that we've played, and we actually had almost as many people in there. Even though Alex did sell the place out, I'm not selling him short, but like we had a good amount of people in there. And what was I saying? Um he he just kind of, but so besides the fact that it was so cool and like really like made me feel good for whatever reason,
Mm-hmm.
the set list it feels like was just kind of thrown together on whatever was on his iPod that Roy Moley can also play sax on, so it's not just him. Um, so let me get through the set list because I think we could have made a better
Yeah.
set list. Where the fuck's the set list? All right.
Freak out.
So he opens with Happy Ending, which is a good song to open with. Um, then he played the comeback. Um, actually, I don't think Happy Ending's a good song to open with. I like Happy Ending.
No, it's not. He has a million songs that are better than that to open his show with. I'm sorry.
I like I think the comeback could have opened it because the way the way he did his track list was everything in a row. So a couple songs off of each, the first, the second, the third,
Mm-hmm.
and fourth. But I wouldn't have done it like that. And I know he did it. He did this spur of a moment because he's on tour with Billy Idol, and
What?
he's opening for Billy Idol.
Get out of here. I
Yeah,
did not know that.
yeah, and that's the reason why he was playing really small gigs because he was finding places that he's a hard worker. He was
Of
finding
course.
places on their off nights that were close by, and then he's like jumping in these little clubs, which is like really fucking cool and inspiring.
That's
But
really awesome.
I would have made a better set list. So Happy Ending was the opener. The comeback second. Third is Real Bad Looking. So they're all on the first album. I would have preferred I don't know. Mongrel, I would have definitely preferred to hear. I know you got to play Real Bad Looking because that was a bigger song off of that first record.
Yeah.
And it's hysterical. But yeah, I would have took Happy Ending out and I would have put Mongrel. Not as the opener, but I would have switched them around if you're gonna do it in this order.
Yeah.
Then you have Candy May.
Candy May.
It's a beautiful song about stalking a stripper.
Okay.
So yeah, I like that one. But then he played Country Figs. Country Figs might be my least favorite song on that album, Forced
Yeah.
Weddings,
Did
which
everyone
is an
boo?
incredible album. That's the second one, yeah. So I would have replaced that with True Lies, which is a song that we covered at a charity event, which I was so excited for us to cover that because it's fucking hysterical.
It
And
is really funny.
it's like it's so good. It is so good. And the character he plays on that album's great. But like you could have put, I mean, Politics of Love could have went there. Um I'm a man on a mission. You're a stripper out of luck. That could have been on there. Country Figs is my least favorite on that record. But whatever. It has it has a good sax solo, which I think is why he did it. And then Stranger's Kiss, which of course you gotta play Stranger's Kiss. That's like his biggest song.
Of course.
he brought a stranger from the crowd up to sing it, and the lady didn't really know the words, so he had to like Google his own song and show her the lyrics, because she kind of knew the melody. But like,
He should have brought you up.
well, we were pretty far in the back, so I was waving, but he didn't see. I think he wanted a female regardless.
You would have kind of hobbled up there.
I didn't get hurt at this point yet.
Oh, okay.
I was a 2-footed boy. And then he gets to the third album, which I might have taken, if I'm not adding any songs besides something from this album, I would have took Happy Ending out, and then I would have also threw in Divorce, because that's my favorite song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great song.
But he played Far From Born Again and then Miami Memory, which I can't complain. Both of those songs are fucking great.
Miami Memory is such a great song.
Yeah, what a beautiful song. And
we saw that was it like the live debut of that song, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
I'm really happy. I'm still real happy about that.
I don't know
or
if
at least we saw it before it came out.
We saw it before it came out. And Far From Born Again is so much fucking fun. Like, it has everything. Like, it's just a fucking great pop song. And then 9, he did K-Hole, which I would have rather heard Sarah Joe, or even Best Life, or both. I would have rather them. He played 3 from the first. I would rather him did 2 from the first, because I think his last record's excellent.
John, you're just too particular.
But then K-Hole, and then he closed with Marlon Brando, which you got to close with Marlon Brando.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a great song to close with.
But yeah, only 10 songs. I would have probably added one more. And I would have obviously changed some of them. But he's a phenomenal. I mean, he did every song perfect. It's not hard when you're just singing them, but Roy was fucking great. Roy did a 15-minute stool review, which I couldn't hear.
A 15-minute one. That's like a new record.
Yeah, it was pretty I couldn't hear them. So I don't.
Were they I know how Kung Fu Necktie is. Were they just hanging out? Like, what were they doing?
Yeah. Oh, the opening act was really good too. I bought a hat from them. The fuck were they called? I just followed them on Instagram.
It's like it's my my chef if like a chef was gonna have a band, it would be Spencer and the Shallots.
They called Red Boy?
They were called Spencer and the Shallots. John, I have a really good punk. I have a really good. I have really good emo punk name.
What is
Dispense with Spence.
Oh, there you go.
You like that? Yeah, I'm.
Rent Boy.
Now that I'm a
Rent Boy.
Rent
Shout
Boy.
out Rent Boy.
That's cool.
Boy. They were really good. And they open up for Alex Cameron. You know, they're not. They're similar to where we're at. But they got lucky. They knew somebody. They got to open for Alex Cameron, and that's a cool fucking gig. That's one of our dream gigs. So shout out to them. Rent Boy. They were really good live.
Shout out to Rent Boy.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying?
No, if I was gonna have a emo band, if I was gonna have an emo band where the lead singer was also the head chef of a restaurant, it would be called Spencer and the Shallots. But if the band was just going to be an emo band, it would be called Dispense of Spence.
What about like all one word, no capitalization, boys in their clothes.
Boys and their clothes. That's like, John, that's Mom and Dad's first album.
That's what?
That's Mom and Dad's first album.
Oh, Mom and Dad.
Mom and Dad. Me mum and me dad.
I think we collectively we come up with band names that are so good.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're like
They're all
label executives in the making.
they're all genre specific, uh specific.
I feel like we should both be the new Simon Cowells of the world, but like we'll actually be like worth a shit. You know what I mean? He's kind of just a like a like a you ever go to the bathroom and you relieve your bowels and all the shit floats to the bottom, but there's the one turd that's just floating at the top. That's Simon Cowell. That's him. He's the turd that got lucky enough to have some buoyancy and float.
The one that got away.
Is that is that what you sing when you see that one turd? You're real upset.
Yeah.
You're like,
Well,
you're supposed to be heavier than water.
it's no, it's gonna miss its friends.
You know, I always knew you were a sentimental turder.
Yeah.
I always knew that about you. That's never been a secret. Um, it's very strange filming a podcast in the afternoon, but due to your injury and
Well, it's only, I mean, it's 4:30, so I mean, it's definitely earlier than usual, but
John, there's a half hour left in the afternoon. Let me enjoy it, okay?
hold on 1 second. Don't pause it though, Matthew. Talk to the people real quick.
Yo, everyone, in case you didn't know, because we didn't plug it, we have a new song out called Demons and Desires. I I fa la 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 on that song, and I play all the stuff. So go listen to that. Check out the tiny little B-side called That'll Do. And you may end up like John, but you should also listen to our previous song, Drink It and Work. You may get hurt if you drink too much and work, but you should still drink and work. If you have the opportunity to and you're listening to our song, then you should do that. Um, Next thing, we do have a sponsor. And our sponsor happens to be legendary across the world. Your favorite religious icons or God you worship's drink of choice, League Island Brewing Club. John, maybe if you were drinking some League Island Brewing Club that night, you wouldn't have gotten hurt. Maybe your ankles would have actually been strengthened.
Yeah, no, I would have they would have actually turned into like springs, like Inspector Gadget, like that. They would have changed over to springs, and I would have jumped through the ceiling.
If I had superpowers, well, everyone go join the club and drink League Island Brewing Club. If I had superpowers, right? I could change the world in abstract ways. If I was very angry at someone in traffic, I might turn them into like an anchovy. Like I might give them a giant anchovy head for a head instead of a human head and replace it. You know what I mean? Like I think I would do weird things. I wouldn't, but I mean I don't know if that would be considered murder in kind of a way, but I would kind of want their human brain to be intact. This is where my head goes sometimes if I'm sitting in traffic and somebody pisses me off. I try to think of fun ways to torture them, and turning someone into an anchovy might do that.
I just had this conversation. Funny enough,
about anchovies.
if I had superpowers, depending on like this how good they were. Like if I was Superman, it's a different story because like
Yeah.
I'm in nothing on earth can hurt me. No army's going to be able to capture me. No one's going to know where I'm from because I'm not going to let them know, you know what I mean? So they can't figure out like what the weakness could be. So that's whatever. But if I just say I had Wolverine's superpower.
Okay.
Which is like you can heal really quick, claws come out of your body. You can't tell anybody because the fucking government will capture you and fucking try to turn you into a weapon or pick you apart to find out what the fuck happened to you, why you're like that. So you can't fucking do nothing about it.
I think if I had a superpower, it would have to be something to do like with some form of manipulation, because I feel like that's the only way that you could kind of have ultimate freedom and do whatever you want. Like to be able to freely control others as a superpower would have to be the most positive or the most powerful power, because no one can do anything to you.
Yeah, but you know what though? Uh, that would make you a demon. You're like possessing people.
No, you're not possessing people because they wouldn't know. How would it
People
be
that are possessed
possession?
don't know they're
How would it
possessed.
be possession to be like, if I'm around someone, like there's limitations to the power, I guess. So like you probably would have to be around them to make it work on them. And like I'm not
Yeah, but
possessing them because I'm not a demon or a spirit. I'm a I'm a person. You know what I mean?
yeah, but you could just get.
My power might be able to send a, you know, small amount of electricity into their head and program their brain however I want it. That's not possession.
That's you're an electric demon.
I'm not an electric demon. I'm electric. Boogie oogie oogie oogie. But I am
You're
not a
also.
demon.
I don't know. It depends on the superpower. If I what I would try and do with it.
Yeah, I mean there's the classics. I don't want to fly because humans already figured that out. But
I would
teleportation would be rad.
if I can have like the average Saiyan's powers, I'd be so happy.
Well, yeah, I mean that's you flying, super strength, you live a really long time, great
I've
hair all
had
the time.
I've had countless dreams where I know in my heart I have Saiyan powers, but I at the time that I need to use them, they don't work. And I'm like, I know they work. I know I have them. Like I wasn't imagining it, but they just won't work in the dream. And that's like they're like the worst dreams I have. I don't have nightmares. I have dreams where I can't perform my Saiyan powers on command.
I mean that can be a nightmare depending on what mentality you're in, I guess, in the dream. Like if you're being
Yeah,
attacked and you can't use your powers, that's a nightmare.
a nightmare.
You know what I saw? I saw, because we only have a little bit of time left. I saw a really popular movie. I finally saw it called Interstellar, and it was so fucking great. And I think you'd be horrified at it.
Yeah, I
Although
don't
it's
like
not a
space.
horror movie, but it's a space movie. And it is a fucking space movie. It is like far out science fiction space shit. And it's at this point, it's what, 9 years old? So I'm sure that some of the shit in the movie um would be different if they made it now. But it's just really, really cool to see. It's Christopher Nolan, so like it's good.
Yeah,
Um, but it's just a great movie with a great message, and I highly, highly recommend it. The acting, the writing. I mean, if it's Christopher Nolan's got anything to do with it, it's at least worth watching.
yeah,
And apparently, Tarantino only has one movie left.
yeah. But because he's saying that, it's not like no one's. It's not like
No,
he
it's not
can't
like
change his mind.
it's not like yeah, of course he could change his mind. But if like U2's like we have one, we're gonna put out one more album. I'm gonna say, oh, they're gonna do one more album because that's what they're like. If he says it, of course.
I don't believe it.
Why don't you believe it?
Because I don't think I could ever stop. I could take time off, but I don't think I could ever stop making music ever. I don't think artists at a certain level can just stop doing it. He might maybe he might not like he'll be involved in fucking creation of stuff for the rest of his
But
life.
that's yeah, like he's not retiring from the movie business. He's just not going to be directing films anymore. That doesn't mean he can't produce or write or do screenplays or co-produce or start his own that'd be like we're like, hey, we don't, we started a giant production company and we're producing more than we're performing. You know what I mean? It'd be
Mhm.
like a whole different. It's like you're still in the music business. We're still writing songs. Like I don't think we could retire from writing songs, but I could there's other parts of music that I could certainly wouldn't care if I did less of.
Yeah. If um my least favorite part of I actually miss like performing live. Like I love performing live.
Yeah,
Um
I miss playing in it. I miss like I just miss other people. That's in North Carolina. I just miss people.
Yeah.
Just anything to do with them.
But if I never had to, I'm like Iverson, I feel. If I never had to practice again, like I would be totally fine with that.
Practicing was like it was always like whatever. But I miss jamming. I liked jamming with people. But I just like people. So I think that's just kind of my personality, whether it's music or it's like I like collaborating with like everything, not just music.
Yeah.
But we do have less than a minute left because we're cheap fucks and we have the free Zoom. So everyone, go check out Demons and Desires. Go to League Island Brewing Club and sip on something delicious. It's Jesus' favorite beer. It also, in a similar category, happens to be John's favorite beer.
Yeah. And I'm very similar to Jesus. Demons and Desires is out everywhere. Also, like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on
Yes.
Spotify. I'm not even looking to see if we're on Apple anymore because I don't, that ship has sailed, I think.
It'll come.
Yeah, but Demons
They don't
and
like us.
Desires,
They
Demons
don't.
and Desires,
They don't want us to
Demons
win.
and Desires, Demons and Desires.
They don't want us to win, John. That's why Apple's